Most people say they're tired, they're drained, they're burned out. But what if it's not your energy that's the problem? What if it's your life? Because sometimes you're not exhausted, you're just unfulfilled. Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. I appreciate everybody watching and listening and sharing the show. And if you got any value out of this, please share it with a friend that could use some of this advice. So, the difference between tired and unfulfilled is a lot of the times being tired is actually physical fatigue. Like you've just worked out so much, you've worked so hard, you've gone nonstop from 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like you're just moving hard all day long, or you got just lack of sleep. Like you just only got 3 hours of sleep coming up on, the 18th, 19th hour of being up, and you're just like, oh my gosh, and you feel all that brain fog, and you're just like, I'm just so tired. And a lot of time, being tired is just temporary. Like as soon as you go to bed, sleep good, 6 to 8 hours, you're not going to be tired anymore. But being unfulfilled is a lack of purpose, lack of direction, an emotional drain, long-term dissatisfaction. And the emotional drain is just like is when you pull up to work and you're just dreading walking into work. Like you don't want to be there. You don't want to punch that clock 9 to 5. You don't want to talk to the same five people. You don't want to hear the same five stories. And you just don't have any direction because there's nothing else to do at this job besides punch in these numbers on a spreadsheet and just go from there. Like it's just a repetitive job. I've been in plenty of those jobs. The most unfulfilled job I ever had was only like 3 months, and it was working at Bluebird school buses on the assembly line. And that was definitely not for me. It was just the same movement over and over and over for 8 hours a day. It was so you don't use your brain. You don't use anything. You're just like it's just you're just in this trance of putting in these rivets or whatever your job was to at that time. But it's the same thing. Every beep, the bus would move, and you get into a new bus. Every beep, like it was the same thing over and over. So you could sleep 8 hours and still wake up tired if your life doesn't excite you. Like your life has to excite you. Like it has to get you out of the bed. So the truth bomb today is rest doesn't fix a life that feels meaningless. You got to have meaning in the life. And for me to be able to wake up every day without an alarm is because I am doing things that fulfill me. I wake up and I'm excited to go work out. I'm excited to hit the coffee shop. I'm excited to go do some real estate. I'm excited to see the people. I'm excited to see my kids. Like it all ties in together. And I've been there where you just felt emotionally drained and you just don't want to get out of bed and when people say, oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm just tired. Where a lot of times tired just means you just don't want to tell them that you're unfulfilled in the life that you have. So why unfulfillment feels like exhaustion? So when you're unfulfilled, everything just feels heavy. It's like, oh, gotta do this. Like this weight's on your back. Small tasks feel overwhelming. You just don't want to do them. Motivation is just thrown out the window. It just disappears completely. Time feels super slow. You're just sitting there watching the clock, and like every 30 seconds, you're like, oh my gosh, time hasn't even moved. Every drop or energy drops, just like you just don't want to do anything. You just want to sit there or lay there. And a lot of times people confuse that with depression also, but that's a whole nother conversation. And it's not because life is hard, but because it doesn't feel worth it. It just doesn't feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So a lot of times is you don't lack energy, you just lack alignment. And alignment's easier to get than what you think. And we've talked about that before on the podcast. Like you gotta get aligned, you gotta figure out what you're doing. And for years I was not aligned with what I wanted to do. So some of the signs that you're unfulfilled is you constantly feel bored or restless. You scroll more than you create. You avoid thinking about your future. You feel stuck in the routine. You do things to get through the day, just like blah, blah, blah. You don't feel proud of how you spend your time because of the fact that you're not spending time fulfilling you. You're just sitting there doom scrolling or watching Netflix, laying in bed, or just doing your job and you're not getting anything out of it. It's just like a repetitive life. You're just in the rat race, just going day to day, same day, every day, the Groundhog Day effect. Like it's not very fulfilling at all. When your life has no direction, even easy things feel exhausting. Even just doing the dishes just makes you exhausted. Just thinking about doing the dishes will make you exhausted. Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm just so tired. So why people stay unfulfilled? A lot of times it's just the comfort. They're in their comfort zone. They don't want to get out. They settle into that routine and just say, this is my routine and this is what life's got for me. And number two, fear of change. Changing direction feels risky. It's scary. It's hard. You don't want to you don't want to jump out of that routine. Lack of clarity. They don't know what they want. Like, I just don't know what I want. I know I need to do something, but I just don't know what it is. And a lot of times you just got to figure out what is going to make you tick and what the clarity is going to be. Get clear on that clarity and get clear on the thing that you want to do. Another thing is avoidance. They stay busy instead of thinking deeply. So instead of building a meaningful life, they maintain a manageable one. They just want to maintain that comfort level so they don't have to go outside that comfort zone and feel uncomfortable and actually become something. A lot of times they don't even want to ask, like, what is the meaning of life? They don't want to try and figure themselves out. So people don't stay stuck because they want to. They stay because change requires courage and strength and, a drive that a lot of people don't have to make that change and make the sacrifice to do something different. So what fulfillment actually comes from? Fulfillment isn't found in comfort or ease or distraction. It's built through progress, purpose, challenge, growth, and contribution. All those take time and all those take effort to put those into your life. You feel alive when you're working towards something, you're becoming someone, and you're building something. It doesn't have to be like physically building something out of wood, but you can be building your mental fortitude or your body or your mind, just different things to learn a new skill. Like, there's so many different things you could be building on that's going to give you more purpose in life. Fulfillment comes from movement, not comfort. It comes from getting out there and doing the action and making it happen. So how do you fix unfulfillment? First, you get honest with yourself, and we've talked about that plenty of times. What about my life feels empty? Like, what are you going to ask yourself to figure out why am I unhappy? Why am I unfulfilled? What do I need to be doing to fulfill myself? Those are all great questions that you need to ask yourself, and your brain's going to figure them out. Like, write them down. You got to choose a direction, not perfect, just forward. Just keep moving forward. Start building something, a goal, a habit, a skill, anything to change your mindset from where you're at now to something different. Do hard things daily. Challenge creates energy. I do things daily, like working out is a challenge. Figure out if you got to work out, eat right, play some games, like something to do a challenge. Get outside, walk, run, anything. Stop escaping, less distraction, more clarity. Stop doom scrolling. Even if you have to, do some research, don't get caught up in the 8 hours of research of doom scrolling. Try and find something fast that you can start building on. So today's closing challenge is, if you feel tired all the time, stop asking how to rest more. Start asking what's missing from my life. Because your energy doesn't come from doing less, it comes from doing something that matters. You're not tired, you're just ready for more. So get out there, take a hold of it. And that's the pod. I appreciate everybody watching and listening. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.